Hey, everybody, get ready to be a bunny. Ready? We'll hop, hop, hop like a bunny. And we'll run, run, run like a dog. We'll walk, walk, walk like an elephant. And jump, jump, jump like a frog. We'll swim, swim, swim like a goldfish. And fly, fly, fly like a bird. We'll sit right down and fold our hands and won't say a single word. Hi, everybody. Mr. Mike here, Storytime. And today's book is one of my favorites called Berlioz the Bear by Jan Brett. Now, Berlioz the Bear plays an instrument. And this instrument is really, really big. Notice bears are big, but this instrument is called a string bass, and it's taller than Berlioz. In fact, in real life, it's taller than Mr. Mike. And a lot of people, you have to stand up to play it. There are strings on it, and you use this stick called a bow, and you pull the bow back and forth across the strings. So we're going to read about Berlioz the Bear and his string bass today. Zoom, zoom, bzzz. Zoom, zoom, bzzz. Berlioz had been practicing for weeks, and now, just when the orchestra was going to play in the village square for a gala ball, a strange buzz was coming from his double bass. Why now? Berlioz said to himself. What do you suppose that buzzing sound could be? The musicians arrived with their instruments. As Berlioz watched them climb aboard the bandwagon, all he could think about was his buzzing bass. What if his bass buzzed during the ball? What if the dancers stopped dancing and laughed at him? Zoom, zoom, bzzz. Zoom, zoom, bzzz, he imagined. Berlioz picked up the reins and clucked to the mule. Off they went down the road. He was so worried that he didn't see a hole in the road ahead. Suddenly, the wagon lurched to a stop. The front wheel was stuck in a hole. The mule took one look back, sat down, and yawned. Hee-haw. Some people might call this mule a donkey. Oh dear, said Berlioz, as he tried to get the mule to stand up and pull the bandwagon out of the hole. What can we do? We'll be late for the ball. I'll help you, said a rooster who was passing by on his way to the ball. I'll just tug on the rope and pull you out, he bragged. The rooster pulled and pulled, but the mule stayed put. Mules can be very stubborn. Tabby, who had been watching from the top of a fence, spoke up smugly. That isn't a job for a featherweight shepherd. I'll do it for you. And he took hold of the rope and pulled, but the mule wouldn't move. Oh my, said Berlioz, at this rate we'll never get to the ball on time. Everyone put on your concert tailcoats, so we'll be ready to start as soon as we get there. We're going to get dressed for the concert. Just then, a schnauzer came trotting over the hill. He took one look at the cat and sniffed. A furball like you can't pull a bandwagon. Here, let me have that rope. He panted and pulled, but the wagon stayed in the hole. Berlioz handed out the music. Everyone, take out your instruments. We'll start tuning up here. Along came a prancing billy goat. He looked at the schnauzer and snorted, "Move over, Squirt, and let me do it. I'll have this wagon out in no time." The billy goat strained forward, but to his surprise, he got nowhere. You can see in the wagon, they're getting out their different instruments. A big bass drum. There's a violin. Berlioz checked his pocket watch. There wasn't much time left. He was about to give up when he heard a new voice. "Allow me," said a plow horse coming across the field. "This will be easy. I spend my days pulling." But even the plow horse couldn't move the mule. Berlioz tugged at his ears. It was almost time for the ball to begin. He looked around and saw a large ox lumbering toward them. "Everyone tune up. Here comes someone who can pull us out." "You're saved," roared the ox. "This poor plow horse means well, but only I am strong enough to pull a bandwagon full of musicians." He twisted the rope around his horns and gave a mighty tug. The animals held their breaths, but the mule wouldn't budge. The clock on the tower started to chime 8 o'clock. "Oh no," Berlioz shouted. In desperation, he pulled his bow across the strings, and to his dismay, he heard zoom, zoom, bzzz, bzzz. All the musicians turned to look at the buzzing string bass. Out of the bass shot a very angry bee. It had been disturbed once too often. The first thing it saw as it flew out of the bass was the hindquarters of the mule. Zzz. There's the bee on the hindquarters of the mule. Why is everybody running away? I think they might be afraid to get stung, because when bees get mad, they tend to sting to protect themselves. With one giant sting, the bee made the mule jump to his feet and pull the bandwagon of musicians out of the hole, down the road and into the village square before the bells had stopped chiming. So it didn't take somebody big to get that mule going. It took somebody very small to get that mule going. The audience roared, "What an entrance!" they cried, and the orchestra, already dressed and tuned, began to play. Zoom, 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 zoom. It was hard to say who had more fun at the ball, the musicians or the dancers. Berlioz had never played better. And if we look, this instrument right here is a trombone. This one here is a clarinet. In the back, we have a horn. And there is Berlioz with his string bass. "Encore, Berlioz, encore!" Berlioz came forward. "Thank you all. And this evening, I would like to dedicate our encore to the buzzing bee." And they're going to play some music called Flight of the Bumblebee. So I have some music called Flight of the Bumblebee. And I want you to listen. And we're going to pretend like our little finger, our pointer finger, are a bee, and you can sort of buzz around from flower to flower. Let's listen. And that's Flight of the Bumblebee. Okay, speaking of bee, today is our letter of the day is the letter B. Looks like this. A straight line, and then a curve, and another curve. And then that's the capital B. This is a lower B. Again, a straight line and a curve, just the bottom. B, can you think of some words that begin with the letter B? Let's see. And if you have anything at home that begins with the letter B, you can do it. For example, real quick, Berlioz begins with the B. Bear begins with the letter B. And Jan Brett begins with the letter B. Let's go look for the letter B. Let's go look for the letter B. Let's go look for the letter B. Way down yonder in the library. Looking for bees and putting them in the basket. Looking for bees and putting them in the basket. Looking for bees and putting them in the basket. Way down yonder in the library. Okay, it looks like we've got some bee things. Let's find out. Let's start with the Hadlock house. If you can unmute.
What do you have? Okay.
What do you have there?
What do you have?
Bear.
A bear? Cool. Okay. And what does Raylan have?
I have a baby.
A baby. Yep, both of those begin with the letter B. Very good. Okay, let's go over to the Stewart house. I see lots of B things there.
One at a time. Malcolm, you go first. What do you have? Show them what you have.
A bus.
A bus. Yes, bus begins with the letter B. That's cool. What else begins with the letter B?
You want to go next, Sienna? Go ahead. What do you have?
Bus.
A brush.
A brush. Oh, that's cool. That begins with the letter B. Okay.
Hey, it's your turn.
Box.
Say it again.
Box.
Blocks.
Okay. Oh, blocks. Yes, blocks begin with the letter B. Very good.
Your turn, Evie. Here, turn it this way and show them what you have. Tell them a basket.
Basket.
Basket begins with the letter B.
Good job.
Very good. Hey, Raylan, what are you eating out of? In the Hadlock house, are you eating out of a bowl? A bowl begins with the letter B. So I have some other words, and actually some of the same ones. See if you can think of what these words are. This is a bed. Ooh, some of you might see these around. A bat. We've been talking a lot about this one. A bee. And then we have a bug. And outside, we often have a bench. Some of you may live near a barn. Oh, we talked about this one. A bear. Oh, when you go to the library, you get books. And here's another basket with a bee and a ball. Okay, going back to books. I have more books at the library that have B words in them. For example, this is a butterfly. This book is about monarch butterflies. Begins with a B. Here's another one called Elevator Bird. Bird begins with the letter B. And this one's called Plants Fight Back. Back begins with the letter B. So those are all B words. Let's sing our alphabet song. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Now, one last thing we're going to talk about is our craft, our grab and go craft. If you come down to the library, there's a paper bag, and in the paper bag are instructions on how to make a kazoo. And good news, parents, this is my last week of a craft that makes sounds. But anyway, our kazoo will make a buzzing sound. And here I've got my kazoo already made. But what happens is, I'm going to take part of it apart here, is you will get a piece of paper. Hold on for a second. You'll get a blank piece of paper. And you can decorate that any way you'd like to. This is how I decorated mine, with some squiggles and dots. Then what you're going to do is you're going to have somebody help you wrap that around your paper tube. You're going to get a paper tube, a toilet paper tube. Wrap that around. You're going to tape it. And then there's also in your bag this waxy paper called parchment paper. Yeah, oh, I see it. The Hadlock House, they've got theirs. Very cool. Now what you're going to do is then you take and you cover one end of the toilet paper tube with the wax paper or the parchment paper, and then you might need some help. You take a rubber band, which should also be in your bag, and you're going to wrap that around the parchment paper to keep it on there. Then what happens is we make our sounds. To make a sound in a kazoo, you hum or you sing. It usually works better when I sing into mine. Or I can even talk and it starts to vibrate. Mine's not buzzing too well today. But anyway, you can blow into it and sing. Let's try our song. We'll count green leprechauns. 1 green, 2 green, 3 green leprechauns, 4 green, 5 green, 6 green leprechauns, 7 green, 8 green, 9 green leprechauns, 10 green leprechauns. So it makes the wax paper vibrate. Do, 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 do. And that's a kazoo. That's how you make a sound on a kazoo. So you can make your own musical instrument, decorate it yourself, and sing your favorite song into your kazoo. Okay, so that is our grab and go craft for this week. And you can come, if you don't have one already, you can come and pick it up in the cabinet outside the library. Okay, it's time to end story time. So I need everybody to be a teddy bear. Bear begins with the letter B. Okay, everybody stand up. Get ready to be a teddy bear. Teddy bear, turn around. Teddy bear, touch the ground. Teddy bear, show your shoe. Teddy bear, that will do. Teddy bear, reach up high. Teddy bear, touch the sky. Teddy bear, don't you sigh. Teddy bear, wave goodbye. So, goodbye, everybody in the Stewart house and in the Hadlock house. It was great seeing you today. Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Hadlocks.
Bye.
Have a great week and keep on reading.